Frank Mir got no respect for me, and I'm gonna show him how much I treat people like that.
Going out there and submitting him under a minute really is not going to be any accomplishment for someone of my abilities on the ground. I'm looking to go out there and decisively win the fight on all different levels.
Frank, you talk too much, you know, and I hate that. So I'm gonna kick your ass.
Once I grab him and I go to the ground with him, the fight's going to be over with. I'm going to take one of his limbs home, and he's just going to be another notch on the belt.
This fight is my destiny. It's everything I've worked for my whole life. It's everything that I've ever dreamed of. Now it's finally here.
I don't know where he's getting these ideas that, you know, please meet me in the center. He's trying to beg me to fight him. You don't have to beg me to fight you. I'll come right at you.
Me and BJ Penn are the two best lightweights in the world, and one man's coming out of the octagon with the belt, and that's gonna be me.
When I first started fighting, all I wanted was that lightweight belt. Now that I got it, defended it, now it's much bigger. Now I want to be the best ever.
UFC 107. Tonight's closed captioning brought to you by Dirty Boxer, the world's toughest underwear, available at dirtyboxer.com. SAP brought to you by UFCEspanol.com. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome once again to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. You know what? Diego Sanchez said it perfectly. Tonight is the night that we feature the two greatest fighters today at 155 pounds. Diego Sanchez feels this is his time. This is his destiny. BJ Penn, though, has never been better. Never been in a better place physically and mentally. Never been a better father, a better fighter. Never has he been a better prodigy. My partner is always Joe Rogan. What can you say? They are going to do battle tonight here in Memphis.
Mike, I think this is the most exciting fight ever in the history of the lightweight division. I couldn't pick a better matchup. I couldn't pick a better opponent. BJ Penn is the highest mountain in the lightweight division. He is, without a doubt, the greatest lightweight champion in the history of the sport. Tremendous jiu-jitsu, tremendous striking. Diego Sanchez, there has never been a more ferocious competitor. Never been a guy with more cardio. Never been a guy with more heart. And he is the man who believes it is his destiny to win the title tonight.
Intensity yesterday at the official weigh-ins. BJ Penn says, you know what, you don't have to tell me to come fight. Diego Sanchez saying, as you can see, that this is his time. Also, you talk about some intensity coming into the matchup. How about the heavyweight fight tonight? Frank Mir, Cheick, Kongo.
First of all, Frank Mir looks gigantic.
Yeah,
he's 265 pounds now. For the first time in his career, he's engaged in a real strength and conditioning program. He learned that from the Brock Lesnar fight. He has to be bigger and stronger to deal with the giants and the Goliaths in the division. And Cheick Kongo is a big and powerful man who will definitely test Frank Mir tonight. Cheick Kongo has tremendous strikes and some of the most vicious ground and pound in the heavyweight division. And you saw here, he gave Frank his back, which you don't want to do to Frank, because he'll do that. Get you in a rear naked choke.
You can see how big Frank looks right there.
Yeah, Frank looks big, but big in the right way. We've seen him big before with a belly. Now he's ripped and solid at 265, and I'm telling you, that's very exciting. To see Frank Mir in such tremendous shape, and Cheick Kongo very angry, very upset at Frank Mir, really feels disrespected by Frank Mir's comments, wants to take it out on him tonight. It's going to be a phenomenal fight.
Phenomenal indeed, and we do have a great main event. Two men in their prime going to battle for the lightweight title. Also on the card tonight, two of the other best at 155 pounds. In the lightweight division, it's former top contender Kenny "Ken Flo" Florian facing off against Clay the Carpenter Guida. And in a welterweight bout, it's the winner of 18 of his last 19 fights, John Fitch, taking on Mike Pierce, who is looking to go 3-0 inside the octagon. Our rules of the octagon are brought to you by StubHub, the world's largest ticket marketplace and the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UFC. 3 judges will score the bout duration 3 5-minute rounds. Tonight's championship fight is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point plus scoring system is in effect, with the round winner gaining 10 points, his opponent 9 or less, based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and octagon control. Tonight, UFC 107 is available in high definition. Well, we talked about the heavyweights, Frank Mir and Cheick Kongo. We begin in the UFC heavyweight division. The headhunter returns, Paul Buentello, but he will still need to maximize his reach tonight in Memphis to chop down the skyscraper, Stefan Struve. Former UFC heavyweight title challenger Paul Buentello is finally back in the octagon and ready to make another run at the coveted crown. But the headhunter is getting no easy mark in his return, as he will take on the skyscraper, 6'11", Stefan Struve.
I'm gonna use my reach and my height and my size to my advantage. If he wants to hit me, he's gotta step in deep, and I'm gonna make him pay for that.
It's all about speed. Every time he kicks, punches, anything he does, I'm coming in as fast as I can to hit him as hard as I can.
The first thing you notice about the Netherlands' Stefan Struve is obviously his height. But after the 21-year-old's winning submissions over Dennis Stoynic and Chase Gormley this year, opponents now have to worry about all aspects of this rising star's game.
I can't wait to fight again tonight, get in the octagon, first time main card in the USA, and I just want to continue my streak, winning, and do it in brutal fashion.
One of the most popular fighters in the game today, Paul Buentello has earned that reputation with tremendous power in both hands and UFC wins over Justin Eilers, Kevin Jordan, and Gilbert Aldana. Winner of 5 of his last 6, the headhunter returns.
I've always been known for hitting the heads pretty fast, so I'm just going to get on him quick, and go for the quick knockout.
83-inch reach, 6'11", from the Netherlands. 21-year-old Stefan Struve already has 22 wins in his MMA career.
This kid is so talented and has so much potential. First of all, he's so tall. What a tremendous reach this guy has. And lately, he's been putting on a lot of size and muscle as well. We've seen that in his last couple of fights. He's obviously got a great long reach, but he's got a really good ground game as well. Submitted Chase Gormley in his last fight. Submitted Dennis Stoynic in the fight before that. And in his first bout, of course, he met with Junior Dos Santos and was stopped. He's gotten tremendous experience, though, from that fight and from the other 2 fights. And at such a young age, just a really amazing amount of promise for this young man.
Well, you can definitely say sky is the limit for Stefan Struve, and he showed some guts and courage and intensity because he was bloodied up badly by Dennis Stoynic back in Cologne, Germany. He fought through it, and he earned the victory.
Yeah, that was a really nasty cut that he had on his forehead, and you can see the scar that he still carries from that. And, it looked really bad for him, but he gutted it out, and eventually he got his back and took him out.
He uses the long legs not only with his striking, but also in his submission game. And they're hard to counter. There's no counter for 6'11" if he fights very tall, and we've seen him do that so far.
And he's still thickening up. At 21 years old, he's still a very young man.
From the Netherlands, 21-year-old Stefan Struve. set to welcome back the headhunter. Nasty uppercut, returning to the UFC for the first time since February of 2006. Paul Buentello.
Nice to see Paul Buentello back in the octagon, Mike. He's got really solid boxing, great hands, good chin. We've seen him against top flight competition before, so he's got a lot of experience. It's just the real question is going to be, can he deal with the reach advantage that big Stefan skyscraper Struve brings in his fight? Can he find that chin? Because if he can, Paul's got some serious power.
34 fights, he's only gone to decision 2 times. And interesting, he said during his training, the guys who were holding pads for him, holding the focus mitts, tried to hold him high. They tried to emulate what Buentello's angles would be against the 6'11" opponent.
And that's a very important point, Mike, because you wear yourself out by punching up. It's much more difficult if you're not used to it. So it's good that they've trained him for that. They're really conditioning to be punching up for that 6'11" head.
May neutralize that nasty uppercut as well. Buentello uses so effectively. He rents a room in San Jose, California, so he can train with American Kickbox Academy. His family's still back home in Texas. He said life got better when his wife Stacy got a job with United Airlines and allowed him to fly on those buddy passes so he could more frequently go back and forth from his training to his family. Working on his flexibility, he says tonight you'll see a more agile fighter. We welcome Paul Buentello back to the octagon. Our tale of the tape for this, our first fight of the night, is brought to you by the only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon, Harley-Davidson. Buentello, 14 years older than Struve, 9 inches shorter, and there it is, that 83-inch reach for the 21-year-old. To get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee. And now it's time to begin our first bout of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 22 wins, 3 losses. Standing 6 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 247 pounds. Fighting out of Beverwijk, the Netherlands, Stefan Skyscraper Struve. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 25 wins, 10 losses. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 255 pounds, fighting out of San Jose, California, Paul, the Headhunter Buentello. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, our referee for the first fight of the night. Stefan Struve, Paul Buentello.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight, guys.
Tonight's clock brought to you by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide. Now available at tapout.com. 6'11" Struve in the white trunks.
One thing to note about Paul Buentello, I don't think I've ever seen him go for a takedown ever in his career. He likes to stand and bang.
Well, he's going to need to get inside tonight, Joe.
One of the things that Paul is very good at is counter-striking. Good kick by Struve. He's going to look to capitalize on any openings that Stefan leaves. It's got really hard for him to reach that chin, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Paul's got double underhooks. Stefan Struve pulls guard on him.
Buentello at 35 years old. Thrilled to be back in the octagon, but he knows if he's going to make a run at the top, he needs to make that run right now. Oh, there's the uppercut
by Struve.
From Struve. It's a tough kid, and as you said, He's still growing into that 6'11" frame at 21 years old.
We've really seen him improve, Mike, and he's the kind of fighter that, you know, you don't see him for 6 months and you see a new fighter next time you see him. And he's got Buentello down and mounted.
Trouble early for the headhunter.
And if Paul rolls, he's gonna take his back, and he does. He's got a body triangle here, Mike. This is bad in and of itself. You can tap a guy here.
Those long legs
Ivan
again,
Salaberry
Joe.
tapped Tony Fricklin with the body triangle, especially if he can flatten him out.
I mean, wrench Tony's back.
He's pulling on his jaw here. What he wants to do here, Mike, is he wants to get Paul Buentello's belly down onto the floor. He wants to flatten him out, and that body triangle is tremendous. It's cutting off all of his breathing. It's squeezing his internal organs. It's a terrible place for Paul Buentello to be right now. And with those long legs he's got, he can really secure that position and hold it. This puts a lot of pressure on the spine of Paul Buentello. And if he really arches his back down and flattens him out, even more so.
13 career wins by submission for Struve, trying to tee away on the headhunter.
And he's making Paul move. Paul's got to do something here. But the problem is, if he lifts his head up, he gets caught in the choke. He can't turn over because of the body triangle. He's in a real bad spot here, Mike.
Struve is being patient too, Joe.
And Struve is going to flatten him out here by going under the arm. Look at this. There's a lot of pressure right now on Paul's spine. Let me tell you something, this hurts like hell.
Struve looking to end it here in round one. There it is, he's got his back now.
He's got his back. Wow. And Paul's breathing hard.
Just trying to survive, Joe.
Struve's trying to sneak that arm underneath the jaw. And Paul wants to turn over and wind up in Stefan's guard, but that body triangle is keeping him from doing that.
And as you said, that not only you have a guy all over you, but you got the body triangle taking away all your breathing.
Well, the only good thing for him right now is that the body triangle right now is the foot that's on the floor. And that puts a lot of pressure on Struve's ankle, and it keeps him from squeezing it as much. Now he's okay because the weight's off of it. But he would like to roll towards his left hip to take the pressure off of his ankle on the right side.
90 seconds remains in the round.
Struve working really hard for this rear naked choke. Oh, now he's going to go palm to palm.
Trying to finish Buentello. Buentello still got his chin in there, trying to crank the head out, Joe.
Well, Paul's got real good submission defense. He's a real seasoned veteran. He knows what to do in this situation. The problem is he's got to try to improve his position. And Struve is just not letting him. He's trying to go under the chin now with an S grip.
Buentello's maybe his only hope to get this back to the feet is to survive the next 53 seconds and get to round two.
All right, now he let go of the body triangle. Paul forced him to do that, which is good for Paul.
Man, he really wants that submission.
But Paul's got to take advantage of this opening here and turn towards him, and he does.
Buentello now in top position. 30 seconds left in round one.
Now we got to wonder, are Stefan Struve's legs gassed out here? He's looking for an omoplata on the right arm of Paul Buentello. See how Paul was putting that arm on the mat? If Struve overhooked that arm and trapped it in place.
I mean, this is where Struve and those long legs is so dangerous, not just on the feet, but in the ground game. You can't teach 6'11", plain and simple.
It's a good way of putting it. And you know, he can catch triangles from all sorts of places.
The headhunter survives.
He went double Sakuraba on him. And here we see the long reach of Stefan Struve. Look at this uppercut. From way across town. Ba-bam. Let's hear that in real time. Oh! Again, Paul Buentello, though, can take a good shot, but he spent most of that fight with Stefan Struve on his back, and you got to think that cost him the round.
You hear me? You need to press him and go to work, Paul.
He's out of gas, trust me.
Hit this
tried
kid.
so hard to
Dana White tonight, tweeting all the great fans around the world. Twitter.com/Dana White. Thank you for everyone who is participating on Twitter and keeping Dana busy.
This is your world. This is your world,
I'm on Twitter every day.
Come on, Paul.
JoeRogan.net. DOTNET.
at MFG 16.
Seconds out, guys.
I know that you know that.
Send him some love. All right, now Paul Buentello has got to figure out a way to get past this long reach of Stefan Struve on the feet and on the ground. He's got to solve the riddle of Stefan's ground game, which has been very good in the first round.
You ready? Let's go fight.
Here we go, round 2.
Now, Paul's corner was telling him that Stefan Struve is exhausted. They were telling him that he's gassed out, that he tried too hard to finish Paul, and that he's got nothing left.
Looking to set up that head kick.
There's a right hand by Buentello.
It's the legs that they were questioning, the corner of Buentello. If he gassed out his legs with the body triangle the majority of round 1, and he gets rocked. See, now, if you're Buentello, I don't know if you want to mess with these legs again, Joe.
Well, he's trying to bypass it.
Yep, there you go. Exactly.
All right, let's go fight.
Look at that.
Watching, looks like he's trying to set up the uppercut again. Struve pushing forward. 21-year-old against 35-year-old.
He does look slower in this round, Mike. I think Buentello's corner's got a little bit of a point here.
The headhunter grew up in Amarillo, Texas, played football and baseball. 25 wins in his MMA career.
Buentello's got his back. But again, you know, when Paul has your back, you really don't have to worry about him taking you down. He just wants a bang.
Right.
Which is exciting for fans, but in a way, not so good for Paul. Makes him a little more predictable.
Well, just in time for the holidays, the Ultimate 100 Greatest Fights in the history of the UFC, now available in their entirety in a multiple disc commemorative box set on Blu-ray and DVD at all Best Buys.
Struve has dropped down and gone for a leg lock, but he does not have the right leg, the left leg rather, and the right leg intertwined together. He doesn't have the left leg locked over. What Paul's got to worry about is him turning this into a heel hook. He's going for a footlock now. Paul's showing some good defense.
Buentello 5-1 since we last saw him in the octagon, Joe. 4 knockouts, TKO victories.
Now, in my opinion, Paul's got to think about points here.
Yep.
You know, I mean, even though he's down, he might consider just passing the guard and staying on top just to try to get points in the judge's eyes. But he decides to go right back to the feet.
Buentello's only career loss inside the octagon, title fight. Mohegan Sun, UFC 55 to Andrei Arlovsky.
And he got struck by lightning in that fight.
Yeah, he did. 15 seconds in. Got to watch those long legs in this position, too. That knee, Shemi Silch style. Oh, big uppercut. Hits you in the jaw quickly. Struve is rocked. Struve came in, kind of playing around for a knee. Buentello answered.
Yeah, let's see how Struve's legs are when he gets up.
Again, Buentello pushes forward.
Struve's just standing there.
No, you know what? The corner of Buentello, as you said, Joe, might have been dead on.
Paul connected with a left hook there, and Struve with an uppercut. Paul's got the plum. He's got the Muay Thai clinch.
Buentello catching a quick breath. Big right hand by Paul Buentello. Originally, Buentello was to fight Todd Duffy, who set the UFC record 7-second knockout in his UFC debut, the Canadian. Now it's Struve who connects.
Again, Paul times that charge.
Oh, they're teeing off. You can see that knee of Stefan Struve all the way from Oxford, Mississippi, and Buentello's just waiting, and boom. Twice he's hit him with the right. Body shot
by Buentello, and Struve comes back with a couple punches of his own.
Struve trying to wear out the headhunter.
Oh!
They're swinging away for the fences. And a smile on the face of the kid from the Netherlands.
Paul just took a big, deep breath.
30 seconds remains in the second round. Putting on a show here.
Over shorts. 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds.
Uppercut.
And here is the big right hand by Paul Buentello. Struve charges in. Buentello catches him in mid-air. Look at this again. And look at the legs just give out.
And then they just went for the finish. Both men, Joe.
There's a beautiful body shot, and then Struve comes back. And this exchange was just madness.
Haak hem. Ik wil dat je hem haakt, hoor je me? Hè? Stefan, je moet niet blijven staan. Ik wil dat je hem haakt.
He
Kom
got
neus
rocked
in mond uit. Herstel,
in round
herstel.
2.
Slokkie,
You know, this
slokkie.
fight could be anybody's fight, Mike.
I would agree.
This is your time. You hear me?
Come on, Paulie, wake up, baby. You got
Paul made a
you gotta
wise
wake up, bro.
choice.
You've done harder in the round.
So go ahead and
You've
keep
done
it on the
10
feet,
hard
not
rounds.
mess with those
Let's
long
go.
legs,
Deep
not
breath,
mess
deep
with the
breath.
ground
This is your
game.
world.
You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Deep breath. Give me a deep breath, Paul. Fight your ass
looks
off. This is what we're here for.
exhausted.
This is what we're here
Absolutely.
for.
But he's got tremendous heart, Mike. He's going to gut it out. Stefan Struve doesn't look nearly as tired. He looks fairly fresh. Not breathing as heavy.
That's right. Small piece of teeth in my bed. See it?
He's got a piece of his teeth in his mouthpiece.
Hey,
Ouch.
Doc.
So they'll
Get the doc,
attend to
get
the
the doc.
mouthpiece.
The doctor.
Buentello 6'2", 235. His wife, as
What's
we
the
mentioned
doctor gonna
earlier,
do? Is he going to do
He's got a
surgery
piece
on
of
that
tooth
piece
stuck in his gum.
He
Unless
can.
we can get out with tweezers or something.
5'6",
piece of his tooth. I think it may have
118
fell out.
pound Stacy, a baggage handler.
All right. Here. It's gone. Put that in. Let's go.
Got
Let's go.
it out. There we go.
All right, let's go. Turn around. Let's go.
How
See?
casual.
You ready?
Good
You ready?
surgery.
Let's go fight.
That's an MMA fighter for you. Oh, I lost a piece of my tooth. Can you get that out, please? Thank you.
Heavyweights start our night here in Memphis, Tennessee. Struve trying to push forward with that knee again.
It's such an advantage for him, that height. You know, it just keeps him safe.
Don't forget, it's free. It's the UFC Poker Room at UFC.com/poker. Cash and prizes, including UFC merchandise, trips to UFC fights, even a seat next to the UFC Octagon girls. Register now, UFC.com/poker.
Someone is playing in that poker room as me, and it's not me, folks. I don't play poker. Nice leg kick by Struve.
And again.
Ow. Those are good, man. He's turning that hip over nicely.
Yep.
And he goes high.
And again, he lands it.
Yeah, Buentello is doing nothing to stop those.
You hear the thud instead of the slap on a couple of them, too, which means that shin's digging deep into the thigh. And again.
Man. Now, those are going to take a lot of the spring out of the step of Paul Buentello. I don't know why he's not checking those.
Not even an attempt to check him, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that he's looking for the opening. There it is.
Buentello got popped. Can't teach an 83-inch reach. And the one thing about Struve is he does a good job of fighting tall. We've talked about it before. Bigger fighters who didn't take advantage, like a 6'6" Kendall Grove does, of his height advantage in a fight. Struve does a good job trying to keep his opponent at distance.
Oh, nice elbow by Struve.
Just over 3 minutes remains in the fight.
Another nice short elbow. Buentello still firing back.
Buentello blocked that one. Buentello in the dark trunks, Struve in the white trunks. Just about at the midway point of the third and final round. Buentello trying to bounce around a little bit on that front leg. That time he grabbed the leg. Buentello that time, after he threw that punch, kind of dropped the hands a little bit. Struve was able to counter.
You know, Struve doesn't even telegraph that kick, Mike, and that's, you know, I don't even know. I mean, Paul's, are they hurting him? He's not checking it. He's not showing any limping. You got to think that's taking something out of his step.
continuously he's utilized that kick here in this round. And again, now Paul, that time he closed the distance a little bit, took away a little bit of the hip snap of Stefan Struve. Kind of meeting the kick, if you will. That one landed.
I mean, this might be the most we've ever seen Paul be kicking the legs.
Well, you look at how he's walking on that front leg, though, Joe. Pretty stiff leg now.
Now that one he limped a little bit from. It's just a matter of time.
And again.
Now Paul caught it. And the fact that he put his hand down there is not a good one. That's not a good sign. Because if Struve decides to fake it and go high, that's what he does.
Yep. He doesn't have to go very high to go high. Just a quick snap of the legs and you got a head kick if you're Stefan Struve. Just over a minute remains in the fight now.
Another nice one. I mean, like Paul Buentello's looking for that chin, but it's so far away.
Even that big right hand that he connected with when he countered the flying knee, Joe, he had to utilize an upward angle to do so. Check that one.
Finally.
Yep. seconds.
Hit him again. Struve down.
You definitely need to watch the up kick with this kid.
Let's go, up. Come on, let's go, finish this, guys, come on.
20 seconds remains in the fight.
There he lands.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Looking for the big finishing punch. We will head to the judges' scorecards. Great way to start our night in Memphis. Our fight replay all night long, brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
And this is the first round where the majority of the rounds, Stefan Struve had Paul Buentello's back, but was unable to finish him here. And here's the second round where Paul caught. Well, that's actually not it. This is the wild exchange where they were going after each other. Before this, Paul had caught him with a pretty good right hand and dropped him as he was charging in with a knee. And this is all the big knees, or excuse me, the big kicks of Stefan Struve over and over again, working on the left leg of Paul Buentello.
Saw his ground game in round 1. Saw his stand-up in round 2 and 3, mostly his hands in 2, and the leg kicks in 3.
And this is the biggest punch that Paul Buentello landed. When Struve came charging in with a flying knee, Paul, ba-bam, caught him in midair and put him on his ass.
Boom. There you saw he had to reach high to knock down Stefan Struve, but did he do enough? Or has Struve earned the victory here in our first fight at FedEx Forum UFC 107, Penn versus Sanchez?
Why don't you both put your hands up? Let's go.
We await the judge's decision. 35 bouts now, and now he will go to decision for the third time. Buentello. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a majority decision. The judges scored the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 28-28, declaring the winner, Stefan Skyscraper Struve.
That's 3 straight for the 21-year-old here inside the octagon. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the skyscraper, Stefan Struve. First of all, Stefan, great fight over a tough veteran in Paul Buentello. You spent the entire first round on his back. You had back control on him. Were you frustrated at all that you weren't able to finish him in that position? He's tough, you know, he's strong. I couldn't get a good grip. I don't feel like a winner right now. It was far from my best, and yeah, I think it was more of a draw, actually.
Well, that's very humble of you. Now, in the second round, he had caught you with a big punch. You went in for a flying knee. Let's take a look at that. How badly were you hurt here, Stefan?
I'm honest, he caught me, but I wasn't hurt bad, you know. My vision didn't blur, but I'm not happy with my performance, sorry.
Well, it was a victory nonetheless, and we look forward to seeing you again. Stefan Skyscraper Struve, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, Stefan Struve. Game opponent, Paul Buentello. Disappointed in his return. Now, as I mentioned, on Twitter all night long, Dana White is, of course, sending his messages out, but you can tell us what you're thinking about UFC 107. Leaping Bear said Kongo had the most interesting stare down during the weigh-ins I've since never seen that. Is it fair? Everybody else wants to know about a birthday party, who's asleep, Dragonberry, UFC. Just right here are some of the examples of what our fans around the world are doing on Twitter and what they are talking about as we just get UFC 107 underway. Log on, twitter.com/UFC Dana White, twitter.com/Dana White. Be part of our UFC 107 conversation in real time on Twitter.